How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, in this video, I want to ask a question. Is Sacha Feinberg god-tier talent? Is he, well, in my opinion, he is the most exciting and most promising young talent in world rugby, and there are quite a few out there right now. In this video, I want to break down the last game up against Argentina, specifically this last game, but just to kind of show the kind of talent that he does have, what he's able to bring to the game, and his mindset. So please like, subscribe, it really does help the channel grow, and let's get into it. So before I start, any videos or any content that I do use here, I do not own myself. It is the content creators do own all the rights. I'm just using this for educational and informational purposes. So let's get that out the way. I want to break down this performance because it was absolutely sublime. So we look at the first try here, right? Look at this kick. Look at this kick. Look at exactly where it is placed, right? We look at this open space. You could see his eyes, he drifted across field and he could see exactly where he wanted that ball to go, right? Now, if you look, you have Kane Moody right by the linesman, and then you have Sacha pretty close to the referee making that run. He understood what was needed. He understood the kick that he had made. He understood from the moment it left his boot. And now watch the pace that he has on him to be able to match it. But right here, you can see through Kane Moody, he's slowing himself down. He understands Sacha has it. It's his. Boom. But not only that, we take it back further, right? Not only did Sacha have the presence of mind to follow up with the kick, to sprint, because to be fair, if Sacha hadn't made the run, Kane Moody would have, right? But if Kane Moody was there by himself, he would have a 2-on-1, right? I think that is Santi Carreras and Mateo Carreras that were both on him. Not only did Sacha provide the support, right, add the extra man, and ultimately ended up scoring himself, but he's also given a different option. So that way, if Kane Moody needed the assistance, he would be able to be there to help. So not only was this a brilliant kick, was the mindset for him to go after it, to chase, to support, and ultimately get himself a try. And this, it doesn't stop from there. It really does not stop from there. We go into the next. Now we're going to watch the footwork. Watch the footwork. But more specifically, watch his original his line of sight. Watch as he canvases what's around him. He sees what's around him, and he makes that quick split-second decision to make the run, right? He does have Willemse right there with him, but watch. Cuts on the inside, on the outside. He has the strength to fend the tackle, and he manages to find that little bit of space. Argentina were a little bit disorganized, and Sacha found that space. Absolutely brilliant. This is Sacha at his best. He not only does he have the kicking power, he has the physical power. He's got those long, lanky arms and legs. He's able to shield the ball well. But not only that, he has the presence of mind to be able to understand space. So absolutely brilliant. Then we move on further. Right, we move on further. Now we're going to go on into the Cheslin Colby try. Watch. This is where you want to be watching Sacha, the way he picks out this pass. And I don't think you could have asked for a nicer or a sweeter pass than what Sacha is just about to give right here. Right, watch this. Going in for halftime, outside of the boot. Very subtle, outside of the boot, just enough power to be able to get through, and watch the weight. Boom. Perfect. From Cheslin Colby's run, falls perfect. But not only that, just enough space. Just enough space. You watch where the Argentinian defense is. Cheslin Colby has more than enough space from that defensive line to be able to break. They catch the fullback unawares, not expecting Cheslin Colby, but obviously Cheslin Colby's pace just takes him away and ends up putting Cheslin Colby through for an amazing try. But this was all worked from one single pass from Sacha. The pass was perfect, but understanding what was needed of him is even better, right? You could tell he understood exactly what he wanted to do. He picked that ball up where he got past that ball. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. And Cheslin Kolbe, being Cheslin Kolbe, put himself in the perfect position for a try. Absolutely, absolutely phenomenal, right? Look at that. Immediate crossfield kick. You couldn't have asked for a better pass there. You really have to be elite to be able to put through a pass like this. It just floated into his hands. Boom. Perfection. Absolute perfection. Not too much spin. It just sat perfectly. Then we move on into the next try. Right? Now this is where things get absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely, absolutely. And I want watch. This is where I really, really want you to watch, right? Because I believe this is Wessels. Look at Wessels. Wessels, he has the ball just underneath him. He has full control over it, right? Now watch. I want you to watch what Sacha's just about to do. And I truly do believe Sacha going in at this exact moment, I truly do feel he understood exactly what he wanted to do from the moment he touched Wessels. Watch. He pushed him down. He said, you know what? I'm taking this. Throws him down. Well, doesn't throw him. He gives him a nudge down. I'm going to take this. And watch. Straight out and round through the try. Nobody was expecting it. I don't think there was a single person on the field, in the stadium, watching, would have expected this. From pushing Wessels, Wessels understood, popped it back to him, right? And then just pure magic, just absolute pure magic. Let's go through that again, because I mean, it was just absolutely phenomenal. The work there was just absolutely phenomenal. We bring this back a bit here, right? Again, fast pace. You could see, you look at everybody's line of sight. Everybody's paying attention here. You will see this gap that's just about to open right here. You see this space here? He's going to turn. I think this is Julien Montoya. He's going to turn Montoya. And he finds that inside space. Finds that inside space. And it just... elite. The thought process. This guy, he's working a couple steps ahead. Now, yes, he can be a little bit quiet at times, but still, he is absolutely phenomenal. Then we move on into this. Again, understanding space, understanding what is needed and when it's needed. Watch. Find that inside track. He's looking, he understands, waits, spins, layoff. Now, it could have been a little bit better. Yes, there was definitely a couple different opportunities that he could have done a lot more. But you look at that run, that pure pace, that ability just to be able to fend off people, the strength, the speed, the agility. He did have a couple players in support, and yes, Argentina did do well to come back. But what I'm trying to get at here is his sheer ability to not only kick, his ability to distribute, his ability to create the unexpected, which is something that you kind of want in a fly half. You want someone that's going to be able to crack a game open with a single pass or a single kick, as we saw with Cheslin Kolbe. You want a player that's going to be able to create moments of magic, but that player that's also going to be able to fire your team up with, that single pass, that single touch that will just egg on everybody else to be able to be better. So looking at this performance, a lot of people are talking about one of the greatest performances of all time in a Springboks jersey. Yes, I do feel that is the way. Whether it's the greatest or not, it's still to be seen. But Sacha is 23 years old. He's got so much more. And yes, we have to take this with a pinch of salt. It is Argentina, but Argentina did come through with a win up against the All Blacks. So they are definitely no joke. And when you have players like Chocobares, Sinti, Juan Cruz Malia, Julien Montoya, Pablo Matera, They are all absolute monsters that would be able to find a spot in almost any team in World Rugby. So looking at these players and looking at the abilities, Sacha really, really put in a sublime performance. He put in a performance of just immense quality. So when I talk about Sacha being one of the most exciting prospects in World Rugby, this is why, purely because of moments of genius like this. This game was turned on its head because of a player like Sacha. The game could have gone two completely different ways, especially after Ches and Colby gave Argentina a try, whilst we were still tight, and that allowed Argentina to get a points advantage over us. Now, if it wasn't for players like Sacha, we could have seen that go, like I say, a completely different way. But it was that grit, the determination, but also that ability to run with the ball to hand, that ability to make the unexpected happen, and he did it absolutely brilliantly. So we are seeing this become a lot more of Sacha. We started to see a lot more growth, and by the time the 2027 World Cup runs around, I truly do feel that he is going to be the starting number 10 in our squad. We do have the likes of Mani Libok, we do have the likes of Andre Pollard, we do have, quite a few players. But the way Sacha's performing, not only does he give us a little bit of versatility around the 10 and around the 15, but he also gives us the best of everything you could potentially want in a back. He's got speed, he's got accuracy, he's got ball handling, he's got kicking ability, he's got the ability to fend off players. So what more could you really want for in a player? And he's not short either. So he really gives the best of the best. So I would love to hear what your thoughts are in relation to this, and I'd love to know why you think I'm wrong. Who is better than him? Let's just say not even that. Who is better than him at his own specific position? I don't think there are many players at his age doing what he does. Now, is he the best 10 in World Rugby? I don't believe so, but within the next year to 2 years, if he continues putting into performances like this, I can definitely see him taking up that throne. But only time will tell, and time is telling quite a lot right now. He's improving, he keeps getting better, he's getting faster, stronger, quicker, and he's much smarter than what he was last year. So hopefully he continues like this, because if he does, we are going to be having a very scary side for that 2027 World Cup. So please drop your thoughts in the comment section below, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.